and welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is all about neutrals. You know, sometimes we like to have lots of colors all over the place, like a circus painting, but then every once in a while it's kind of nice to kind of like chill out a little bit and take parts of our paintings and make them more neutral, not so strong. It's kind of a softer approach to paintings. For instance, I'm doing some of these right now. Here's some gray neutrals. Notice there's a lot of soft colors. The values are really close, really close. And we could do it in black and white. And I'm working on some right now that have a little bit of color, but really dialed back. Okay, whether you're doing some figures, see, you can still do some beautiful neutral colors and then just a splash of one solid color. Now, this is all about neutrals, and we all know how to do that working out or from the standard color wheel. We've all read this in our art books, you know. You take two complementary colors. Here's red and green, two colors opposite to each other on the color wheel. We know that. And you mix them together and add a whole lot of white, and look at that beautiful gray, beautiful neutral. I was asked, does it work the same way in my color wheel, which is not the standard color wheel, as you know. So here's my color wheel. I have just 10 colors. So I was curious myself, does this whole thing about opposite colors work as a neutral in my color wheel? So I decided to make a chart. Let's watch. So based on my own color wheel, I wanted to know if I took complementary colors or the colors that are opposite to each other and put them together and see if I could get neutrals the old-fashioned way. So I made my own chart, and you can see here I've started one already. So here's my color wheel. So here's red, and the opposite color is blue, certainly not the complementary color. So here's the red, here's that color blue. I mixed it together. I was astonished that that was the color that I got when I mixed a lot of white with it also. I went to the next color, kind of a marigold, one color, and that blue, the other color. There you are, marigold, blue, and I mixed them together. Holy Toledo, and I add a lot of white to it. Look at that beautiful green-gray. Same, so I went all the way around the chart. You can see yellow, color opposite is blue, certainly not the complementary color. So here's your yellow, and there's your dark blue. Mix those two together along with a lot of white. Look at this, similar to this, but softer. Look at these neutrals. Isn't this amazing? Look at that color, that gray. I would have never thought I could get that color by mixing green and violet. Here's your green and violet. So I continued on, so I'm going to do two more right now. This is like way too much fun. I've decided to do the green. We have the green and purple. Here we go, the green and purple. This is the one I'm doing right now. Green and purple. Lots of water. There's your green. Again, this is my studio chart. I do this for reference. I can't remember all of this stuff when I'm in the middle of doing a painting. It's like, how do I get that color? So this is my own. I make my own. One of the good things about making your own chart, you've learned so much about painting, as opposed to, say, buying. If you bought a chart, you learn nothing. It's just a reference. So again, you're teaching. Even after all these years of painting, I'm still learning. That's why I like to say, the more I paint, the closer I get. So there are the two colors opposite to each other on my color wheel. So now I'm going to mix them all up. Here's the purple, here's the green, lots of white. Really mix them up. I'm going for that neutral color. You see me mixing lots of, oh, this is, now we're getting into that green-gray color. I love this. And more or water, and here we go. You won't believe this color. I leave a little bit of white so you can see what that color contrast would look like. See, just like that. Look at that color. It's beautiful. I'm going to say it's close to Pantone color 403, 404, that dove gray. Look at the difference. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to do one more. And it looks like it's going to be this orange and blue. That'll be this orange, which is marigold, and this blue. Here we go. I'll really put some down here. Again, this is for my reference. I actually hang this on the wall, especially when I get a new color, something I've never used before. I add it to my chart so I can remember what it looks like. So there's the marigold, the orange. Now I'm going to add the blue, color opposite to each other. Here we go. Lots of water. Okay. There's that color. Close to it. This is not rocket science, folks. This is called painting. All right, so let's put those two colors together. Here's your blue. Here's the orange. Whoa, look at that color. Whoa. Kind of like a pea green. So I'm adding more blue to it. I don't like that pea green. So here we go. Lots of white. The white is pretty important here. There we go. It makes the color softer. For this chart, use lots and lots and lots of white. You'll see me using lots of white. That's how I can tell. I'm going back down here now. Let's see what this was going to look like. Oh, it's pretty close to the one before. Oh, no, it's not. It's different. There you are. So there you have it. My chart that I've made from my color wheel. So I could find out, you know, what it would look like if I mix those two colors, and can I get that neutral color? So now let me show you what I've done on an abstract painting. So why is all this important to you? Well, for me, anyway, it works for me this way, is I like to work out with all the neutrals, working from my own color wheel, and then turn them into neutrals. And look, believe it or not, look at all those grays and beautiful neutrals. I would have never known that from those particular colors, which were basically, the dominant color was blue, going back to my color wheel, and the focal point was kind of an orangish yellow, and the two spice colors, green and pink. So here's the blue, very little bit of blue, but it's in there, but you hardly see it because it's so neutral. And then the spice color is a little bit of green, so there's a little bit of green. I couldn't hide that, right? And a little bit of hot pink, there it is in here. It's all mixed in here. Let's go back to the focal point, and I already have it mixed on my brush. Oh God, this is gonna be so great. There you go. So where do I want the viewer's eye to go? Watch this. I mean, this is gonna be so obvious. Yep, there you go. Maybe some over here, just a little bit like that. Now we're painting. This becomes the hard edge, the focal point, the soft areas made up from those other colors. So it's important that you have these strong colors, know when you get to play with them, that became the focal point. And these softer colors, even though they're made up from some of those other colors, are toned back, dialed back, which makes that more important. So I'm not gonna say that this painting is done yet, but I wanted to do a quick demo to show you why it's important to know about hard edges, soft edges, strong edges, and color, and also dialing it back. So it's a fun practice to do, and don't forget, make your own chart. Thanks for watching. This was great fun, and I hope you've learned something, but make your own chart. I'll see you at the next BobBlast. Hi there, this is Bob Burridge inviting you to Date Night with Bob. And we're going to be painting 2 hours every Saturday night in August. So it's a Zoom painting lesson every Saturday night in August. So for details, go to my website. I'll see you Saturday night. Hi there, this is Bob Burridge. And I was just thinking, in this time of separation and by yourselves and you're in your studio, I was thinking, I think we're all writing letters, love letters to everybody. And so I got another idea. So let's do another virtual exhibition. It's free, no jurors, and who wouldn't want to put out their paintings of their interpretation of love notes? Let me give you some ideas. It doesn't have to be hearts and flowers and all the traditional stuff. Expand your mind for, I have made some notes here. Love notes, which could be the written word. It could be musical notes. Physical contact. It could be hearts and flowers and champagne and candy and love letters. It can also be by yourself. Okay, just think about that. So it could be traditional or abstract. It's your interpretation of love notes. And as I like to say, show me your love, baby. So here's how to include your painting. Sorry I had to read that, but I wanted to get it all down there, and this is going to be exciting, and I can't wait to see all your work. So I'll talk to you a little bit later about that, so get started. Love notes, your interpretation.